We're here this afternoon to discuss America's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and the #1 anti-poverty program for children. It's Social Security. Of all Americans, Social Security is the only pension that they have. And Congress hasn't acted in more than 53 years. We need to enhance the program. We need to enhance it in a way that makes sure that everyone gets an across-the-board increase, but especially for 5 million of our fellow Americans, mostly women, who get below poverty level checks from the government of the wealthiest nation in the world because Congress has not taken the time or the effort. And who are these people? They're your brothers.
Now, guys, I just want to say welcome back. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And we've got some brand new updates that could spell a brighter future for millions of Americans. Okay, guys? So I hope you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, definitely hit the like button for the video. I really appreciate that. It kind of pushes more of this message out to more people who definitely need to hear it. If you are receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or if you plan on receiving any kind of Social Security, SSDI, SSI, SSDI, VA, any type of fixed income government benefits, definitely make sure you tune in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for this and many more updates coming in the future. Of course, we are heading into a 2024 presidential election, and there are not just a presidential election, but there's a number of congressmen and women looking to earn your vote. And we can only expect more and more of these Social Security pushes to come down the pipeline. In fact, we've been seeing more and more vocal congressmen and women as of late, and we pretty much already know why. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess. If you guys are able to see and hear me, please hit the like button for the video. Also, drop me a quick comment. Just let me know if you're able to see and hear me okay. Try to share this video as well as information with you on this live. Sometimes it's a little bit, it's a little much with the technology, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I just want to make sure that you guys get the latest updates. This literally just came out just a couple days ago, and I wanted to make sure that you heard the latest, okay? Now, for the first time in over half a century, we're on the brink of a major shift with Social Security. And in just a couple of minutes, I want to share with you guys this video here, which is providing an incredible amount of informational updates for you guys. But you heard that right. After 53 long years, there's this wave of hope from Representative John Larson, as well as Bernie Sanders, Senator Bernie Sanders, as well as a number of other lawmakers and representatives in the field, literally getting in front of Congress and demanding these changes. And we've been promised big, huge updates, increases, COLA increases, $2,400 per month Social Security increases from even the big guy, Joe Biden himself. Now, what we're looking at here today, after 53 long years, this is fresh wave of hope from Representative John Larson, who is absolutely leading the charge, at least as of recently, in 2024, in order to boost the Social Security benefits. You know, if you're on SSI, SSDI, fixed income benefits, you guys are in the right place. So now I know what you're probably thinking, right? We've heard similar promises before, but hold on to your hats, guys, because this time things are actually looking up. Now, I'm not going to make any promises to you guys. I'm not in control. I'm just relaying the message based on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. And, as my brother always says, don't believe anything you hear and only believe half of what you see, something like that. I probably screwed it up. But anyway, as you guys know, I'm always here to keep you guys in the loop. And, let me tell you, there's been a flurry of activity behind the scenes, despite what a lot of lackluster Social Security COLA increases have actually looked like in 2024. But there is a silver lining. There's a silver lining. I like to stay optimistic. I see you guys in the comments. Don't make me laugh. I see you, Catherine Jesperson. But Larson's not just talking the talk. He's walking the walk with the Social Security 2100 Act that he's been pushing. And this isn't just some old update. We're actually talking about a fundamental change that could theoretically see every American receiving a significant increase in Social Security checks. Now, we can pretty much just all laugh to ourselves about this 3.2% COLA increase that we just saw a couple months ago for 2024, right? But regarding this significant increase, why does all of this matter? Well, in today's economy, where every penny counts and inflation is a shadow that we basically just can't take off, this Social Security boost or increase could literally be a game changer for a lot of people, especially our seniors who've contributed their whole lives to this entitlement program, as they like to call it, which some of them actually, believe it or not, they're calling it a welfare program, which since when does welfare take money from you? Like, we funded this thing, so how is it welfare? How is it entitlement? You know what I mean? I also want to share with you guys this $943 check that is going to be deposited in 16 days. So we'll get to that later on in this video, but I definitely wanted to make sure to share with you guys this latest update from Representative John Larson before getting into the $943 check that some of you guys were asking me about in the previous video. But again, this Social Security boost could theoretically be a real big game changer, especially, for those who maybe don't quite have a multi-million-dollar 401k to live off of the passive income checks or dividend payments that come from those investments, right? A significant portion of Americans who are either in retirement or approaching retirement haven't really contributed enough to their Roth IRAs and their traditional IRAs in order to be able to live entirely off of those dividend payments that come from those investments. So this is why Social Security payments are such a big deal, because in the school systems, they didn't necessarily teach us the importance of this. It was kind of like, hey, work a good job, stay at the company for 30 years, give them your whole life, basically, right? Pay into this system. We promise we got your back, until they decide they don't have your back, right? And so, not everyone's got, these huge, investment brokerage accounts to live off of in their retirement years, with basically these retirement tax deferred accounts that, some of us had heard about, but majority of people didn't hear about them until it was too late, or the incomes were too low to really be able to make a sizable contribution to them, if that makes any sense to you guys. Now this is not everyone, but some people find themselves in that situation. Anyway, but think about this. Think about it. Bigger checks means more financial freedom, the ability to, keep up with the rising costs of living, and of course, maybe even a little bit extra to kind of enjoy your golden years. I mean, you didn't work your whole life. So this is kind of in combat, because I know you guys have been hitting me up in the comments saying that, is Trump going to make some changes to Social Security? We've been hearing a lot from Nikki Haley about changes that she wants to make to Social Security. We've also heard from Ron DeSantis about changes he wants to make to Social Security. Well, guys, I can't tell you exactly, because that would be like, I really can't tell you exactly what Donald Trump or Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis is going to do with Social Security. First of all, let me get through this update with you guys here, and then we'll try to project going forward. But keep in mind that there is more. Today, we're grappling with, San Diego, California's gas and electric operator facing increased cyber attacks after Taiwan was bombarded with cyber attacks ahead of the election. There's so much going on right now, it'll make your head spin. And it's a stark reminder of how quickly things can change, not just in our economy, but in our lives, and of course our nation's policy. So I just want to go ahead and dive into the latest updates with you guys, and even some cool stuff that I'm going to share with you guys later on in this video. But definitely, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button for the video. Subscribe button for the channel. Hit the like button for the video, and let me share with you guys this update from Representative Larson. A lot of good information here, so pay very close attention to what he's saying here.
We're here this afternoon to discuss America's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and the #1 anti-poverty program for children. is Social Security. Of all Americans, Social Security is the only pension that they have. And Congress hasn't acted in more than 53 years.
Most people don't have a pension.
We need to enhance the program. We need to enhance it in a way that makes sure that everyone gets an across-the-board increase, but especially for 5 million of our fellow Americans, mostly women, who get below poverty level checks from the government of the wealthiest nation in the world because Congress has not taken the time or the effort. And who are these people? They're your brothers, they're your sisters, they're aunts.
Why do you think it's mostly women? Seriously, guys, this is a serious question. Why do you think it is mostly women? Okay? There's a reason for this.
Your uncles, your neighbors, the people you go to church with. And where does this money go? Right back into every single member's district.
Where does this money go? I released a video just a couple days ago. It was live, and we talked about what Congress is doing with our invested Social Security funds. You guys remember that? A lot of questions about what Congress is really doing with our Social Security funds. Are they being reallocated somewhere else that we haven't approved? Okay.
Mr. Moore in Utah has 110,000 Social Security recipients in his district. Every single member of Congress is getting a card that tells them how many recipients they have in their district, what they receive, whether they're dependents, spouses, or disability. That's what we're focused on. We want a vote, Mr. Speaker, because the American people demand it. That's why I'm joined here for this special hour on this floor by so many of our colleagues. There's so many of us that we hope everyone will recognize their time and consideration for their colleagues.
Now, keep in mind, Representative Larson, it's not just him pushing this bill. He's got a whole gang of other people that are behind him. So he's not battling this thing alone, but he definitely is more of the front runner, pushing for Social Security increases, pushing for Social Security reform. And of course, he's pretty much the originator of the whole Social Security 2100 Act. So
Also would just point out the more than 350 groups across the nation that support Social Security 2100, including the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare, Social Security Works, the NAACP, the AFL-CIO, Paralyzed Veterans of America, the National Education Association, and I could go on. Both you and Ms. Moore, who will be speaking next, understand completely that this is an earned benefit, Social Security. It's often referred to on the other side as an entitlement. Hardly an
entitlements, guys. They want to call it entitlements. Entitlements are like synonymous with welfare, aren't they? That's like a slap in the face, especially for anyone who's worked 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, some of you guys 50 years paying into this system that's broken. And then they want to, after they've taken tens of thousands of dollars from you, if not six figures, and then going to call it an entitlement program. There's something wrong with this picture here.
Entitlement. Every American knows when they look at their paycheck that it says FICA. That stands for Federal Insurance Contribution. Whose? Yours. Gwen Moore understands that, and that's why she's been fighting on this committee to make sure that we not just only extend the solvency, but we enhance the benefits. Imagine Richard Nixon was president of the United States the last time Congress enhanced any benefits to Social Security. Do you think things have changed a little bit over those years? Every single member of the public ought to be outraged by this. And it's not anything the president can do with executive order. It's not anything that's going to happen through the judiciary. It's only through the United States Congress. And what are we asking of the Congress? We're asking you to vote. That's what Gwen Moore does every week. The gentleman from Pennsylvania has done just an incredible job on the Ways and Means Committee, again, advocating on a regular basis, especially for the more than 5 million fellow Americans who get below poverty level checks from Social Security. We're not here just to extend the solvency of Social Security. We have a plan that the President of the United States supports, that's fully paid for. It's paid for by having people, you ready for this, who are making over $400,000. Raise your hand in the gallery if you're making more than $400,000.
Is that the peanut gallery? Like, what gallery is he talking about?
People who are making more than $400,000, that's about 0.6% of the American people, and yet just in doing that, we will both extend the insolvency and enhance the program that's fully paid for and make sure the trust fund stays intact. Social Security Works, the Alliance for Retired Americans, the NAACP, the AFL-CIO, and the AARP, which came out most recently condemning the so-called commission that's coming down the pike. Every American should be aware of this. When they're talking about a debt commission, what they're talking about is cutting Social Security. A commission that goes behind closed doors and without public hearings decides what is going to be the future of Social Security.
That should be entirely illegal. How could they possibly have a commission that could literally, theoretically, go behind closed doors and make a decision to cut Social Security? Can you believe that? I wanted to give you guys a little bit more information on this whole Social Security February direct payment that's worth $943, and it's scheduled to go out in 16 days. This actually came out about 3 hours ago. So the first supplemental security income payment of 2024, that's SSI, worth up to $943 for individual filers, will go out to recipients in 16 days. Okay. So basically, this payment will be released on Thursday, February 1st, and it marks the first check of 2024 because there was no payment that was issued in January. Recipients were given 2 payments in December instead. We covered that on a previous video. I gave you guys a heads up on, why you would get, for those who receive SSI, why that demographic would receive the 2 checks from Social Security in December of 2023. Well, because of that, there was no check that was distributed or deposited for January of 2024. So the first check for SSI hits, or at least should go out, is going to be scheduled for release on Thursday, February 1st, and it's the first check of 2024 because, like I said, there was no payment that was issued in January 2024. Now, the amount that everybody receives is going to vary depending upon whether the recipient filed for the payment as an individual filer or if they file as a joint filer or maybe as an essential person. So those are just some of the factors that might change. Now, this year, individual filers will receive up to $943 every single month. Eligible couples will receive up to $1,415, and essential persons who live with people receiving SSI payments and provide them with necessary care will get the $472 according to the Social Security Administration. So basically, these amounts they're increased because of the 3.2% 2023 COLA. So I hope that makes sense. These SSI payments are given on top of regular Social Security benefits. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and reiterate that these SSI payments are given on top of regular Social Security benefits, providing monthly payments to adults and children. So that's the whole situation there. But let me know what you guys are thinking on this one. I hope you got value on this one. If you have, definitely hit the like button for the video. I've got more content that I look forward to sharing with you guys later today. I hope you appreciate it. If you do, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out my previous videos, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. You guys take care and be care.